All right, welcome back to WTF. Is this Sportscast? Or what the fuck is this Sportscast? We try to keep it PG for some of you because you might have kids in the car. Fuck. As Ray almost knocks himself out on the mic.
Damn it. Adjusting the chair. Sorry.
That's okay. You're good, buddy. You're good. So things are good because guess what, boys and girls? If you go to YouTube and type in WTF Media, all one word, and then struggle to find our page, our podcast is on YouTube now.
Oh,
so
God.
it's on YouTube. You can get all of our great podcasts at WTF Media, one word, and enjoy it in your home, on your TV in the background as you are vacuuming or whatever you're wanting to do. But go check it out. It's on YouTube now. It's got all of the paranormal, the sports. It's going to have all of it. So we're going to try and do a little better at sparsing them out. But anyways, yeah, you can go listen on YouTube. So boys and girls, also, Ray is going to pass along a little knowledge, a little Instagram knowledge for you. Drop it on him, Ray.
Yeah, find us on Instagram, WTF.sportscast. Subscribe, comment, message, like, love us, talk
Hate
to us,
us.
reach out. Yeah.
Just be there. Experience it.
And what is it also they can find us on Apple Podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything on Apple Podcast you want to rate and review on Apple Podcasts? Because that's
Same with Spotify.
Unfortunately. Oh, now you can review on Spotify?
Well, no, but a rating.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Good.
Yeah.
But we need that too, boys and girls. We need that on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube.
Yeah. I did
So-
not know. When you said YouTube, I thought we were going to start doing videos, and I was like, oh, God.
Oh, no.
I need to get my tooth in before we do that.
No, not yet. We're working on that. We're going to get there. Actually, the only hang-up we have for the YouTube channel right now for doing live video is honestly just picking the right camera.
Yeah.
That's it. Just picking the right camera. Making sure everything's gold. But moving on. Good day for sports. I mean, right now in the background, we got the NBA Summer League going on. It's nice to have some things that you can enjoy.
Yeah, and the
during
best
the
thing
summer.
is right now they're talking about. Actually, it's on NFL Live right now.
Oh, it is on NFL Live.
Yeah, because the game just went off. But
Well, we were doing work for our podcast, so
yeah, but it is good to know that in 6 weeks from tomorrow, college football starts back up.
Yes, it does. God bless it. I can't wait.
It needs to hurry up.
It does need to hurry. I might need to do some live Saturday shows. Like just on Saturday, do them while we're watching some games, you know?
Yeah,
Somehow.
I mean, just
This
edit
is-
out the cussing of our team's losing.
Son of a
They would be
bitch.
3-minute podcasts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You would just see us reacting to all the good plays.
Yeah,
Woo! The end.
yeah.
Anyways, boys and girls, let's get started with a little baseball. We're going to talk about the best pastime out there right now. God damn it, is baseball. Give us baseball. And while still not looking bad, man, the Yankees are not doing too well either, though.
Man, that's usually how it goes with good teams going into the All-Star week. They'll
And
get
to
in
the
that
Reds.
slump. Yeah, they lost a 3-game series to the Reds. They lost 2 out of 3 of them to the Reds.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, the Astros are coming up on them. Quick.
Yeah, them and the Dodgers still. They're
But-
only 4 games behind, so
And it's 62-27 for the Yankees. 62 wins. Thank God, though. Thank God. So starting with the Central Division, the Twins are still on top. Then we've got the Guardians, followed by the White Sox and the Tigers. Dude, I don't know if there's much Detroit can do right now to improve. I mean, they've as we've seen this season so far, their win-loss records are not fucking holding up. Like they are more on the
really
higher loss side. Yeah. It sucks because I believe when they started they were like, all right, we could do this. We have this. We've got a good team, right? They look around the locker room, just kind of, yeah. Hey, what do we have? We have it.
3 weeks later, nah, we don't.
We don't have it. We don't have it.
Other teams have it.
Yeah. I mean, the Royals aren't doing any better. But it's just not. But I want to say, oh, it's just not looking good. But has it ever looked good? The Royals haven't really been good. I don't think ever.
They won.
There's one, right?
They won a World Series.
Yeah, one.
Lately, haven't they? And by lately, I'm old. I mean, like in the last decade.
Let me take a look at that. I don't think so. Not very recently. Of course, there was a lot of.
Yep, they
time
won in
between,
2015.
2015. So
They won in 85 and 2015.
yeah. So I mean, it's not expected.
Yeah.
It's not expected from them. People know that they're not going to be on top all the time. But as you said, All-Star is still coming. In the East, we have the Yankees, followed by the Rays, 49 and 40. The Red Sox with 47 and 43. Blue Jays with 47 and 43. So they're kind of neck and neck there.
And
then
the
Orioles at the
Baltimore.
bottom.
Baltimore coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
10-game
win streak. Fuck.
Yeah.
Did they
they're hot right now.
did they just kind of wake up all of a sudden?
Man, I think they just kind of found their flow. Like I said, they're going red hot. It's usually how it works. The good teams slump going into the All-Star, and then the not so good teams get red hot. So
Austin Riley sending a message to the All-Stars saying, "Hey, you fucking missed out," because he just fucking knocked one out of the park. So
nice.
There you go, All-Stars. Austin Riley showing you why you needed to bring him. But no, I mean, let's think about this for a second, though. With Houston coming up on them, what do the Yankees need to do to stay on top? How do they – I mean, first of all, the fucking Reds. How do you fucking lose to Cincinnati?
God, because that's something even their own people in their division haven't even done that much.
Yeah. Like, how the fuck – what the fuck happened? Did you just close your eyes every time you stepped up to the plate? Did it all of a sudden become – I mean –
or maybe the Yankees underestimated him.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, okay, so I'm trying to remember. Was Judge is he still out?
That is a good question.
I'm trying to remember because I haven't got to watch any of the Yankees series right now with the Reds. So it was 7-6 yesterday. God bless. That's me just getting my heart. It's okay.
We'll be fine.
Hopefully. I mean, was it? I mean, it's not like they weren't hitting him. What was Cole doing? What was Garrett Cole doing? Was he just lobbing them easy hits? What was he doing? I mean, what was the outfield doing? What were they fucking sitting on their laurels? Not really.
Sorry, there's just some articles just popping up that I'm like, what? I'm trying not to.
Is this like breaking news?
No, I'm just kind of like the title's doing a good job of like drawing me in. I'm like, oh shit,
okay.
We're recording.
Okay. Oh, okay.
My
I thought
bad.
you were looking at some of these like there's some breaking news right now, and I'm like, I don't care about that.
No, there's really not a lot going on. Breaking news, except like I said, going into the All-Star game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far and also, we had the last big draft was like I think 2 weeks ago, wasn't it, for the NHL? I think so, but it was either 2 weeks.
They don't even
1 or 2 weeks ago.
Televise that shit?
Yep.
Damn, they do not do a good job marketing that then.
Nah, not really. But I mean, honestly, the people who know the NHL are going to be the ones that watch the NHL. I'm sure ESPN did. I mean, dude, I'm not even going to lie. Last week was busy for me. I didn't even get to sit down, really. But finishing it out, we got the Astros on top of the West, then the Mariners, the Rangers, and the Angels, followed by the Athletics. No surprise there, you know. But going over to the National League, Ray, who do we have on top of the Central?
In the National League Central, we got the Brewers still on top, 50-40, but very close behind them are the Cardinals, who are 2 games behind at 48 and 44.
Now, the Cardinals did lose their 2 last games. I mean, that doesn't mean shit. They can turn it around, but when they feel those losses, they feel those losses, and it starts to stack up.
Well, it's also frustrating once you're so close to the first place in that division, you kind of nerves start getting rattled and you kind of start getting sloppy. And so it's just, calm down.
Work, very much.
Work on your bats. There's still plenty of time.
I'm curious to see what they do because after the All-Star game, I think they might explode, dude. Not even going to lie. It seems to me like they may be I mean, who knows? But I think they're going to come out of the All-Star running. They're going to fucking kick it in.
I mean, they have the potential to. They got a good team.
They do. They got Herrera, and that's not bad. So, I just expect to see them do something. But I mean, go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I mean, they don't have to, put the pedal to the metal too fast because, I mean, the Pirates are still 10 games behind them even though they're still in the slump. They're 38 and 52, and then 4 games behind them are the Cubs with 34 and 55. And then, of course, below them at the very bottom of the Central are the Reds, who we had just discussed.
Fucking Reds.
1-2 games against
You're getting close again, Ohio. You're getting close.
Yeah, I know. We don't need Hunter to go off on Ohio again.
No, we don't.
And then in the West, we have the Dodgers still on top. They're one of the first place teams that are still in a pretty good streak. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They're at 58 and 30. With the Padres, the Padres closed in on them pretty good, but now there's kind of like another gap because they're 3-7. So they were within 3 games of each other, and then now
and that's been the reason they're 3-7 is because of their last 3.
Yeah, so I mean now they're 8 games behind. They're 50 and 41. Then beneath them are the Giants, who are 5 games behind, 45 and 43. The Rockies are 41 and 49, and then the Arizona Diamondbacks are 39 and 50.
And that's who the Padres are actually going to be playing today, tomorrow, and on the 17th, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, Padres have a good chance to close the gap, but and then in the East we have the Mets still on top, 56.
Still doing good too.
They were, and I know I talked about last week. I was supposed to be going to the game, but the Braves playing them, and. Yeah, there was a bit of a ticket snafu where we kind of misread the timing of the game. We got 50 miles away from Chattanooga before we realized it. My wife caught it, and I feel bad for my wife because she was like, oh my God. She was like really blaming herself and very frustrated with herself.
Yeah.
Because we were going to show up an hour and a half late for the game, and I was like, it's not even worth it. Plus, there was supposed to be a thunderstorm coming at 4 o'clock, so it was like, no, let's just. So that was $260 down the drain.
But that's all right. You tried, yeah. Man, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, we had a good time. We went to Top of the Rock in Chattanooga. Anyways, I'm rambling about stuff that isn't about baseball, but it's kind of a good thing we didn't go because when I kept up with it, we lost 7-3.
Yeah.
So I was like, God dang it. Oh well. But I mean, Braves are still doing good. They're 2 games behind. They're still second in the division of the East, right behind the Mets. So I mean, there's, They're kind of hot right now, 7-3, except for the series they played against the Mets, but where they lost 2 of the 3 games. And then behind Atlanta is the Phillies at 46 and 43. Then it's the Marlins, 43 and 45, and then of course the Nationals holding strong to that bottom, 30 and 61. So,
yeah.
In fact, the Nationals are 1-9 1-9 in their last 10 games. So,
what is it? Is Acuna? Is that the Acuna Jr. playing on the Braves?
yeah.
He has fucking gotten control of that bat now.
Dude,
he is fucking killing
dangerous. Like when we first got him, he was the guy you don't want to. The other team doesn't want to see on base because he's so fast. And now,
also, I think he knows how to fucking read those pitches too. He knows how to read those pitches really fucking well.
I mean, and aside from Freeman, we still have all our core pieces that we had when we won the World Series because Acuna was injured. So I mean, our chances of winning were dropped severely.
Well, and
we got Albies too. So
Riley, we just talked about Riley.
Yep.
So and he just hit a home run. So fucking, bada boom, knock him fucking out, kid.
Oh, lucky for the Braves, they're playing the Nationals right now. So
God yes. Wait, here's that comeback game for them to be able to go. All right, we lost to the Mets.
Yeah.
We need to bring this back.
Because funny enough, before the series of the Mets, they had another series with the Nationals. Their first series with the Nationals, 3 games, and they won all 3 games.
Yeah, and with the Mets, it was loss, win, wasn't it? Or no, win, loss.
Yeah, it was. The Mets beat Atlanta 4-1, and then
Atlanta came back
them,
in the next game, and then
beat them 4-1.
Yeah.
And then the next game, the last game, the one I didn't go to, they lost 7-3. So.
Yeah, I think I watched the first game, and that was the one that I saw where the Mets won, and I was like, all right.
But I got to tell you, dude, that like watching them, Mets are scarier than I thought. They were just kind of like the perfect package. I mean, of course, kind of like what both teams in New York are right now.
It's true.
They're just red hot.
It's true. I'm feeling that New York headphones.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that New York vibe, man. I'm really, really hoping for that. I know it's not going to happen.
I'm always worried because I'm like, yeah, you're doing great in the regular, but hopefully you don't get beat, first round of the playoffs after your bye. I mean, how many times have we seen that in the freaking NFL? How many times have we seen that in other sports?
Plenty of time. What was it? Dude, yeah. Doing amazing in the season, then getting taken out in the fucking playoffs. Maybe. That kind of fucking material, like Nashville.
Yeah.
In the first round. But here's the thing.
But we were
like
against
Nashville.
Colorado.
Well, I think we could have taken him if we would have had a good goalie. Instead of the second string goalie that dude couldn't fucking block for shit, dude.
I mean, I like to kiss the ass of any team I pull for, but even I gotta admit that I don't know.
It was bad.
It could have been bad. It could have been close, but
nope. Because you want to know why? Because even if I'll agree with you, even if we had a good goalie, Colorado fucking wanted it.
No,
they wanted it so fucking bad.
Colorado was the obvious choice.
Yeah, no, they did. That's
the one time. That's one of the very few times where once they got into the playoffs, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna win it all. And I'd been saying, people were like, I don't know, Tampa Bay. I'm like, no. I was like, it's gonna be Colorado in 6.
I wanted Tampa Bay to win. I really did.
They were denied the three-peat.
They did. They denied the shit out of that, and it's okay. That's okay. I knew for a fact that it would be a close playoff, but I didn't know that they would. I thought that they would do a lot better than they did, play wise, because of what they did to New York the prior game, and that was they lost one game, won a game. Lost a game, and then dominated. And I mean, they shut them. They did what they do. They shut them down, and then I think it was a shutout and then a blowout. Or I can't remember, but it was.
No, yeah, it was like.
They fucking took them down.
Yeah, I think the first game ended like 4-0. Or no, the first game went to overtime against the Lightning. Mm-hmm. Then the second game was like 5-0 or 4-0 or something like that. It was.
And then the next game after that, Lightning
they got
won.
blown out. Yeah,
and then after that, Colorado was like, "Fuck this, we're done with this shit. Let's do it."
Then they won. Then Tampa Bay won again, and then it was done in 6 games, right?
Yeah, in 6.
Okay, well, here's a little fun fact for you.
They really actually only won 2, but it was the way that it was really spread out.
Here's a fun fact, though. I just said that, and I know we got way off subject, but I mentioned three-peat earlier. Sorry, folks, I'm tired. So there's a lot. It takes a second for my brain to realize what my mouth wants to do.
That's all right. I also sneezed.
Yeah, but you want to know, out of all the sports, Colorado denied the Lightning their three-peat.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 20 years, you want to know who the only, or ever since 2000, who the only sports team is that has done a successful three-peat?
Who?
The Lakers.
Really?
2000, 2001, 2002.
Damn.
That's the last time in any sports. There have been a lot of close calls where the teams throughout sports have won 2 and have gotten to the third one, but
not won it.
No, like I think a good example were the Warriors. Who else was on there? That was the list I saw. The Lakers were denied again, I think, at one point. Yeah, because they won 2009, 2010, but they didn't go to 2011. And then, of course, there was the Patriots were once one, I think. But anyways, yeah.
Weren't the Gators denied a three-peat?
Oh, I meant good.
With Tebow.
I meant like likable teams. No, I'm kidding. I meant professional teams, though. Yeah, anyways, that's a little FF fun fact.
Hell yeah, damn.
3F.
Fuck.
Fun fact Friday.
Tampa should have won. That would have been the first three-peat since.
I've said it since day one. Do you like that whistle that came out of my tooth? The guy where my tooth.
I didn't even hear it. You're solid, bro.
Sound like the fucking gopher from Winnie the Pooh. No, I've said it. Unless it's my team, I'm happy to see a team win the first time, like I was when the Warriors and the Chiefs won. I was like, you know what? Good for them. I haven't seen them. But then when they went there the next year, I was like, all right, I'm already tired of seeing them win. Come on. Give us something new already.
Fuck this.
Yeah. Like,
all right,
I get burnt out really quick.
Do you want to go? Well, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Just fucking.
I'm just like, all right.
We're gonna go ahead and go. We're gonna leave before everybody gets up and leaves.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Anyways, no, I get that, dude. You're just fucking. It's like Nashville getting to the playoffs and then losing. It's just like that. You get tired of the same.
I think I've gotten numb to it. Yeah.
They get to the playoffs, then they lose, except for that one time.
Man.
But after that, we lost.
That's still one of my favorite nights in Nashville was the Muse concert when
they won.
Yeah, when they won their first game. And then, like I said, Jared Leto spinning around with the Predators flag, and then the Muse singing Victorious. I was like, ah.
And now Jared Leto's got a sex farm. A sex cult farm.
I don't blame it. I don't doubt it.
Really weird.
Don't doubt it.
I don't blame him either. I don't blame him. Start a sex cult as long as you're not burning initials or holding anybody hostage.
He's a good-looking dude, even as Morbius.
What was it Keith Raniere from that fucking weird Nexium shit with the Smallville chick?
Oh, God, that's weird.
What was it? Allison Mack. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Don't trust her.
No. Which is funny because I was like, her character's so likable. And then I heard that shit. I was like, yep, it's always the ones you don't expect.
Opposite from her character.
Yeah, I was like, God, I mean, Kristen Crook I would have thought, but not Allison Mack.
But yeah, I mean, but you're right when you said that the Braves still have a great team from the World Series. They got Contreras still. So, I mean, they do. They have a stacked team. There is no reason that they shouldn't be able to do again what they did last year. They're coming up. They're showing that we still got it. We just needed to, and I think what was it? Well, I mean, realistically, I think Acuna got his flow. He got his rhythm now, and now he's like, okay, I'm here. Let's hit these balls out of the fucking park.
Yeah, because it's all about the maturity, and now he's kind of he's out of that rookie phase, and now he's settling in, doing good. Braves have like good threats everywhere: offense, defense. Base stealing. They have good pitching.
Great pitching.
But then again,
great pitching team.
Then again, so do the Mets. So,
I mean, and like I said, let's not discount the Yankees. Like Garrett Cole, I don't know what happened to Garrett Cole those last 2 games. Or those last few games with the. What would you said that the Reds, they lost 2 games to him? Is that what you said?
Yeah. The Reds beat them 2 games.
So
2-1.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that was him. I don't remember if Aaron Judge is out, dude. I can't think for the life of me if he is out or not. I'm not seeing anything saying he's out, though.
I mean, it says he's being part of the All-Star game.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't that it? Didn't we read something about, like, I thought on the last episode we read something about him being out until the All-Star game.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you what I did earlier today, let alone last week.
You know what? I that is honest and that is truthful and that is the truth for me too.
Okay. The New York Yankees will not have Aaron Judge as the lineup as they go against their heated rivals, the Red Sox, Thursday. This is from July 7th. This is last week.
That was last. So yeah, he was just out of. I guess he was out of the Red Sox game. He may have been in this one. I didn't get to see any of these. Actually, honestly, I didn't get to see any of the Yankees-Reds games.
Well, apparently there was only one good one to watch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and also last week I was busy messing with podcast stuff still too. I was still doing research for a UFO show for that one. It's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
In fact, Boston's up on New York right now, 2-0 in the first, or top of the second now.
Oh, really?
Yep. Gonna be a long trip.
Yeah.
Trip to the All-Star game.
Yeah, it is. Oh, Jesus. Anyways, but yeah, I mean that's just for me. That's beautiful. It's turning out to be a great season for baseball. You know, some of those bottom teams, yeah, like Detroit, Kansas City, the Reds. I mean, and we can't forget about Oakland. They're down there too. Look, guys, that's just where you are. You're like Ray said, you're the Jets. You're the Jets of baseball.
I do hate that.
Kansas City is also the Jets of baseball.
Yeah, but they've had more wins than the Jets. But I do feel bad for Miguel Cabrera. I mean, for Detroit, because I'm pretty sure this is his last season. So
yeah,
I mean, it's kind of hard that they're not doing too well. But he is a legacy selection as a designated hitter in the All-Star game coming up Tuesday.
Did I see something about Castillo getting traded from the Reds to the Yankees? Possibly.
Say what?
Let me see. Let me look that up.
Speaking of which, folks, the All-Star game is Tuesday night on ESPN at 7 o'clock. Should be pretty good. Definitely just check it out. I mean, you're going to see the best of the best and the aces of the average. I don't know.
Let's see. Would Reds? Oh, yeah. He does have some. He does have some trade rumors going on. He'd have to cut his hair. Isn't that a requirement in the Yankees? Like, don't they have a strict team guideline?
Maybe.
I think they do, but he's look. There are
Yankees
some trade
have
rumors.
a lot of traditions. So I wouldn't be surprised.
They do. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. If he got traded to the Yankees, I wouldn't be upset.
I mean, he auditioned for the Yanks, so
he looked pretty fucking good against them. So what the fuck ever, get him in there. Let's do this. Man, and like I said last week, heck, this week I haven't really gotten to watch any of AEW, but WWE was fantastic this week. They're knocking it out of the park now. My biggest problem, though, like, one, I love Liv Morgan as champ. She's fucking fantastic. Leave that title around her waist. Don't take it off ever. I mean, do in due process, because, you got to. Eventually, everybody gets tired of seeing the same person not show up for half of the shows and then show up and retain a title. I mean, everybody was complaining about Brock Lesnar doing that in the past, and now they're complaining about somebody else doing that. I'm not going to say his name. He's The Rock's cousin, Roman Reigns. Anyways, but yeah, now so to cut into that, actually, Roman Reigns is part-time right now. He's working part-time. Yeah. He's not really showing up. He's just kind of showing up at the certain events or when it's a lead up to a certain event, and then, fuck off. Brock Lesnar's showing up. He's showing up now.
So are we going to have another Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns?
I think they want Brock Lesnar to get the title back and be the, get the victory finally over Roman Reigns. Like, ever since Paul's been with Roman's had the upper hand, apparently. So I don't know. That's just my thought is that they're going to have him beat Roman Reigns And then Austin Theory will come in and cash in, Money in the Bank, try to cash in, maybe lose because people want to see him lose bad.
Who's this?
Austin Theory.
Yeah, man, but he's pretty damn entertaining to watch.
He's got his part down. He knows his character part, but my only fear is his wrestling move. Now, okay, to give credit where credit is completely due, that kid can sell 100%. Like he will make his opponent's move look good because he can sell moves fantastically. He is great. You know, like if you hit him with a hit in the groin or a headbutt, he would sell that headbutt really well, like powerfully sell that headbutt.
Yeah,
like to the rock. Stone Cold Steve Austin stunned him. He did a rock fucking flop, dude. And that's a great sell. That is a great sell because it brings back those old days when you do something as crazy as flop around like he did, like roll over too, do the head roll where he rolls off of his head.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. People love that shit. But his in-ring game for his moves, not so hot. Like I don't like his style for wrestling is kind of janky. Like it's kind of like this part works. This is the working part of the chain, but this part's that frozen locked part of the chain where you can't get it to break apart anymore and you have to go and pop it. That's what he does on his offense. His offensive moves are not as good a sell as his defensive moves are. That kid can sell a hit, but he can't hit to sell.
I don't know, man. Rumor is that they could possibly be setting him up as the new face in the next few years, like the next Cena.
I don't see him doing that well as a face.
Well, not as a gimmick. Honestly, I think.
No,
I don't think he
I
ever
don't even
needs
mean face or heel face. I mean as the face of the company.
Oh,
people aren't going to take to him. You want to know why? Because right now, and I say this honestly, right now, Cody Rhodes is what people want. Mm-hmm. So you want a face of the company? Man started his own company and then left it to go back to the WWE because they said finally, you get what you want.
Yeah, because he improved himself.
You know that when he did that AEW shit, Vince McMahon went, fuck, this kid does have fucking heart. He can sell, he can do it, he can do it. Let's talk. Let's talk and see what he wants. Let's get him in here and see what he wants.
Well, then maybe they could push him as a face, and then eventually Theory. Well, like I said, this is like a year or something like. They can get Theory there.
They've got plenty of time with Seth Rollins. Theory's going to get pushed to the background eventually. He's not going to be the face.
How much is
and
how long's
Rollins
been in it?
Rollins has been in it a while. 2008, I think.
I think 2012 or 14. Well, I skipped 13. I don't know, but
no, yeah, you're right. It wasn't no 2008. No,
I mean he may have been in the Indies.
Yeah, but you're talking about WWE.
Yeah,
I think you're right. Probably 2012. But he was. Here's the thing: he was being pushed by Vince McMahon. We'll talk about him in a second. But he's being pushed by Vince McMahon as the next face of the company. By Vince McMahon. I'm guaranteeing you, if he's not already
2012,
he'll be on his way out. Nice. He'll be on his way out, Ray Stradamus. And
well, I should have known. I was there when he debuted in WWE. He was
really?
Yeah, it was at God dang it! What pay-per-view did I go to? It was Survivor Series. It was Survivor Series. Yeah.
Okay.
And it wasn't St. Louis, Indianapolis. Yeah, because the match was John Cena versus Ryback versus CM Punk for the belt, and the Shield debuted through the crowd, and we were like, "Who the hell's that? Who's that?"
Yeah.
You know, and like my brother knew, and I think HL knew, but I was like, I don't fucking know, but damn, they're kicking ass.
They're gonna fucking kick some ass. Yeah.
They're from NXT. I was like, I don't even know what that is.
But yeah, no. But yeah, Austin Theory was picked by Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is on his way out. If he's not, he needs to be. And like I said, we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
That is a spicy meatball right there.
That's a hot topic
Fucking
right now.
A. Like, do you I just there's some speculation that I want to get into, but again, Austin Theory will be on his way out because while he's talented, he doesn't have the talent to hold the company. He doesn't have the talent to hold the audience for the company. So I feel like once Vince is gone, he's going to kind of either shrink to the background and be a B card because he's not that impressive.
Well, also too, the opponents he's been going against have been the bigger type. Your Bobby Lashley's, and everything like that. But I'm pretty sure he's jacked. He's like, almost said.
No,
I was going to say jacking up, but I was like really trying to make sure I didn't say the other. No, he's like getting bigger like that. I've noticed throughout the months. So, I mean,
yeah, no, he is.
So, I mean, the good thing is you don't have to be the face of the company. You just have to be a face of a brand.
In the company.
Like in the brand.
Yeah.
Like, hey, okay, you got Cody Rhodes over in Raw,
SmackDown.
I go to SmackDown, you know, so.
And they're going to keep Cody on Raw because Raw's that's the flagship show.
Come back, Cody. Come back.
Well, he put a post up on Instagram stating, the WWE won't give me a date to return because they know I'm going to try to jump that by 2 months.
Oh, yeah, he said like 6 to 8 months recovery. I plan on being back and forth.
Back and forth.
Yeah. So that's such a badass. You can't deny him though. I mean,
he's now that does make me question how bad his injury really was, because if he does come back that early, then I'm going to go, okay, so it was a bad injury, but it wasn't as terrible as they were saying it was. Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah, but damn, it looked ugly as hell.
And it will. That's an explode. Those are exploded blood vessels.
I still can't believe they let him do that though.
I think I think the only reason why they let him wrestle like that was because he wasn't as injured as they were making out. Because if he is, no one's going to go, yeah, you can wrestle. If you want it that bad, you can wrestle. No, nobody's going to risk somebody that they are trying to make money off of just to show how tough he is. Yeah,
but also at the same time, you're still liable. I mean, you can't go on their word. I mean, if someone hits their head and like, hey, are you good? You good? Yeah, I'm okay. And then they have a concussion, collapse in the ring and hit their head again, something like that, and something serious happens, WWE is still at fault. So the fact that they still let him, something else he could have got even more injured.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
It's very shocking to see that they still let him fight.
And that's why I was talking to somebody else about this. That's why I don't like it.
But I do admire that they
trust them enough.
The talent.
Yeah. They're starting to give them a little more reign.
Yes. By the way, I'm sorry, folks, I can't believe we've been talking about WWE and we haven't even brought up the fact that they're dropping the PG.
Oh yeah, no, it's going back to extreme era. Yeah, fucking
dude, we're back in the attitude era again.
We're getting gritty again.
Let's
do it. Let's get violent. Get violent.
Let's start saying Seth fucking Rollins.
Yeah.
Now.
Let's start hitting people with barbed wire baseball bats and kendo sticks again. Let's get back to that.
Okay, maybe not that far.
Yeah, no, we got to get those hardcore matches going, because you want to know why Vince is dropped, because those blood and gore matches on AEW are getting views. Yeah, and he's like, I need my hardcore matches back.
People are already tired. I'm tired of. I like Moxley, but
blood and gore. WWE's not going to do a blood and gore match. They're not going to go as extreme as AEW's letting their wrestlers go. But they are going to go, hardcore matches need to come back. We need to get that hardcore title back.
You need to do something.
Do you not miss the hardcore title? That was a good title, because that title gave us hardcore Bob Holly. I mean, Bob was already a badass.
Yeah.
And Bob, that invitation goes out still. If you want to come on this show, we are very welcoming. We want the hardcore legend Bob Holly to come on this show.
We welcome you and are scared of you at the same time.
We are intimidated yet worship you.
Yeah. And I love the story where you drew an X on Kevin Nash's face. With your finger. Said you knock him out.
Do it. You know what? They're probably friends now.
Yeah, they probably are.
I don't know. That'd be a great question to ask him. If anybody knows Bob Holly, tell him. Hit us up on Instagram. WTF.sportscast.
Also, Kevin Nash, if you want to come talk to us. I know you played.
Oh, we'll
at
talk
the
to Kevin
University of
Nash too.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
You
no,
played-
fucking for sure, 100%.
Played at the University of Tennessee. Come on down. We'd love to hear from you.
I will give mad respect to him too because
Hell yeah.
Kevin Nash was a badass as well.
Cool motherfucker too.
Big Daddy Diesel, dude.
Dude. I'd definitely watch
Sorry.
a Diesel match over a Bret Hart match.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, no fucking doubt. No doubt, dude. It's insane.
So now I guess we're going to talk about the elephant in the room.
The big 70-something-year-old
Elephant.
steroid elephant. Vince McMahon, dude, he can't keep his dick out of trouble. He is the single biggest problem in the WWE right now that's not even a wrestler. So, not only did he pay off a paralegal that he hired, I think in 2000, it was either 2019 or 2016. I don't remember what we said. But $3 million in hush money for 4 other women. He had an affair with 4 other women. And they paid these women off. One of those women, he had basically said, hey, how about a blowjob? She did it. And he, kept trying to get sexual with her. She said no, turned him down, and she gave her walking papers. I want to know what wrestler this was because it was a wrestler.
Well, yeah, and then
good to her privacy. I wouldn't bring it out on this show because to her privacy, that's her thing. But she also may have signed an NDA. You never know, but
yeah, I mean, also the Rita Chatterton, she was I believe she was a female ref in the 80s. She was one of the first people who, like, back then said that McMahon, pretty much
he was
did
doing this already.
Yeah.
He was already doing this. This was his
but-
MO a long time.
But she had to be quiet because she was in a man's world. So, I mean, it's...
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Should not happen.
He uses his power. He uses his stature. He uses his money. And I'm still going to say it, that for that paralegal, that poor paralegal. What a piece of shit to get passed off to. Oh, I'm done with you. Here's John Laurinaitis.
Hey there, sexy.
Yeah, fuck
How you
that.
doing?
I would rather kill myself. I'd be like, nah, I quit. Fuck this.
Hey, you want to
That
make
jackass. But yeah, so it's a former wrestler was one of them, and it's just, dude, if you're bringing down the company, first of all, your shitty ideas have already been doing a good enough job at bringing down the company. Like, your writers can't write for shit. They're starting to get better, but I think that's also because you're starting to let the wrestlers kind of have a say in what their characters have. So, and if you don't do that, you're going to lose wrestlers. You're going to lose good wrestlers, and they're going to walk out on you, and WWE is going to fail because everything they've been doing. Like, I'm excited to see this new Edge come back because Edge is coming back. Everybody's saying it's going to be Edge and the Fiend. Like, maybe Bray Wyatt's getting his job back.
God, I wish you would.
Yeah, they need to. They need to get Bray Wyatt back because that was the only good thing about the WWE at that time. I loved the Fiend. I think the Fiend was a great character. I think they came up with something. He came up with something
Yes.
brilliant because that is his character. He
Yes.
made that whole thing.
He made the Wyatt. I
Yeah.
mean, he made Bray Wyatt. He made the Fiend. It's very difficult once you have that, like, iconic. I mean, because as short-lived as Bray Wyatt was, I say short-lived, it was like 3 years.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that shit lasts. It was something new, It would have been cool to see him as, like, the new Undertaker.
Yeah.
And then, like, for him to go away and then come back, and it's obviously like oh, man, they're rebranding him. And then he was able to come back and make that gimmick work.
Yeah. And they didn't even, but see, and that's the beautiful part is they didn't even really rebrand. We're getting off subject, but this is great.
Sorry.
We're going to stay on it. We're going to stay on it because it's true.
Folks, we could talk about wrestling for
With
hours.
the
So sorry.
rebranding, they didn't even really rebrand him. You saw it. He came out and he goes, "Man, I was a bad person in the past, but but that wasn't my fault. That was him. And it shows Bray Wyatt, a cardboard cutout of Bray Wyatt, that he instantly, the minute I knew that this gimmick was going to work beautifully is when he goes, and that was the old me. That was the bad me. And he points over at that cardboard cutout, gets out the chainsaw and saws through it. I was like, this is going to fucking work. You watch.
I'm not going to lie. The Muscle Man dance episode, that's what got me. And I was like, this is my computer just died. I was like, this is fucking awesome. Because he was like talking to that puppet or whatever like that.
The pig puppet, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, let's dance or whatever like that. He just looks at the camera and goes, okay. He was like, yeah, do the muscle. And he was doing like all these goofy dances and everything like that. And then like in the middle of the song, be like, free your mind. I was like,
and that's when you know
that
it
was
works.
Creepy.
That's when you know it works, is when you react to it. Like, okay.
When he said that, I go, sold.
A wrestler getting a gimmick to work. One of the best wrestlers, boys and girls. And it's funny, whenever I talk to other people instead of you, I look off to the corner over here. Because I'm like,
as if there's someone actually behind me, and I'm like, what?
But here's the thing. It sells better when it's really believable. And the one person who did that for me, who I think is one of the best gimmick wrestlers out there, period, right now, Mike Mizanin.
Miz, yeah.
The Miz made me hate him. Even though I know, when he was wrestling and when he was starting on the real world and wanted to be a wrestler, I was like, me too. And I was starting to learn the ins and outs of wrestling. I was starting to learn from guys that were in wrestling, and I was starting to, have them teach me outside of wrestling what the ins and outs were.
Yeah.
So I knew these were characters. But the Miz came in, and at first I didn't pay any attention to him until he started to blow up, and I was like, oh, cool. That's that dude that was on the real world. That's
good
awesome.
for him.
Yeah,
he got his dream.
Yeah. And then his character started showing up more, and I was like, man, I fucking hate this guy. And then one day I said, I looked at Renee, like he did something, and I looked at Renee and I said, I fucking hate this. Oh my God. He is the best fucking wrestler ever. I fucking hate this guy.
Yes.
And she goes, what? I said, he made me hate him. He made me hate his character. That is the best fucking character.
Dude,
in
he sells his character like you want to punch him in the face.
And you know,
God dang it. But also at the same time, you kind of want to stand up there with him next to him being like, fuck. Like, it's kind of like, what's that saying? He was like, every group of friends has that asshole. But but, he's your asshole.
Was I the asshole?
No.
Wait, I wasn't. No, I'm kidding.
Who was the asshole in our...
I don't really think we had assholes.
If you don't know who the asshole is, chances are it was probably you. Was I the asshole? No, I was nice. I am nice.
I like to think that I'm nice, but I could have been the asshole, so.
Jared.
Is Jared the asshole?
Jared's the asshole.
Okay, we'll say that.
Now, I don't know. I guess it kind of depends. Anyways, yeah.
Jared will be like, yeah, probably. I don't know.
Rachel's episode. Fuck you guys.
Oh, that's a good invitation, dude.
I got to stop with the impressions.
We love you, Jared. Anyways, he sells his character.
Yeah.
But to also attach it to what we were talking about, so did Vince McMahon.
God.
Tell
me there was nothing better than the Mr. McMahon Stone Cold Steve Austin feud. That's still my favorite.
Oh yeah, the bad boss, the fucking horrible boss, but with DX as well.
Yep.
But also, and to tie back into what we were talking about mainly, cheating on his wife, having an affair with employees. And like we said when we talked about it when it came out, for us, it's not really a fucking shock. I think a lot of us were like,
dude, I remember the Attitude Era. Yeah.
That seems on par. The Attitude Era.
All the stuff he had with like Trish, Deborah.
See, I'm thinking it was either Trish or like maybe Mickey James or somebody like that. What was that Christy chick?
Christy Hemme?
Yeah, maybe her because she disappeared real fucking quick.
I don't see Trish doing it. Trish's was actually
her spine.
Like I know her. Trish was actually very, what's the word I want to look for?
Business savvy.
Yeah, I wouldn't see her. I wouldn't see her doing that because as much as attractive as she was not like the sex sells, and did everything like that. Even though you probably couldn't tell by her character, but that shit sold.
Yes,
but,
yes.
She seems like someone who like has pride and everything like that.
And you know what? For someone who came out as a manager, that was supposed to be a sexy manager, she proved to be, in our era of wrestling, when we were young, she proved to be one of the top women wrestlers. I mean, she
came
wrestled.
a long way, yeah.
Her and Lita actually did. They didn't just pull hair and fight and like cat fight. They got into a wrestling match. Yep. And then after that, we got great matches or great wrestlers like Victoria. She could wrestle.
And that was when Mickie James came in, too.
Mickie James can wrestle.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
then they
funny
devolved
because
shortly after that.
The diva thing kind of made it horrible.
Yeah.
But
and actually, I think
it devolved. But see, it also devolved when Trish and Lita were doing their real good matches. You had Tori Wilson doing kind of half-assed good matches.
Like a big move for them back in the day was a cartwheel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, but also too, I think what really helped the women's wrestling in WWE was the fact that TNA had the knockouts.
Yeah, the knockout division.
Yeah, they were good. They were actually having matches and stuff like that. So I'm really glad and happy that Stephanie was able to
see that and
make the revolution, you know, and have the, you know, now we have the Women's Royal Rumble. Now we have the Women's Money in the Bank. You know, now we just have all this to where, like I said, they're actually
women's
good
tag
storylines.
division.
Yeah, women's tag division. How long has it been?
Awesome.
There only used to be a championship.
Yeah,
like women's heavyweight, like
the
Diva.
women's.
It wasn't even a heavyweight. It was like for wrestling.
It was the women's
when
we were watching. It was the women's, but then it got changed to the divas when like Tori Wilson started carrying it around. Not really Tori Wilson. It was still the women's
around that
championship.
time frame.
But it was around that time frame when Tori Wilson
from like 2005
to
like 2009 were kind of like bad.
Yeah,
women WWE era.
Yeah, because they didn't really have women wrestlers; they just had cat fights.
But then you started, you know. Then you got in the Bellas, you got in Paige, you got in, you know,
Charlotte,
and all them.
Becky, Asuka. Now we have. But I mean, well, Asuka was badass before. She was in fucking New Japan.
Well, hell, that's even like
Starlight too.
That's even now like when you pull up articles when you pull up. I actually on Facebook, you know how it always has like suggestions for you. Mm-hmm. I'll see stuff like that at wrestling all the time, and you just had a bird run right into your window. Sorry. It flew away.
Oh, good.
Probably has a concussion, but But no, I'm seeing articles where like it's big news that a women's talent has officially signed with WWE.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's good to see that.
It is. It's really good.
Because we in our era we saw how it was back then because they didn't even have the only woman at the time was like Chyna.
Yeah,
and I mean it was kind of like. And I mean, no disrespect to like the Luna Vachon or anything like that, but they didn't really push.
They didn't push Luna at all.
No,
they did. They gave her like the freak outfit thing to do, and then
I mean that was when she was with like the artist formerly known as Goldust. Wasn't it? Yeah, that was awful.
And I mean
the Oddities, she was part of that.
That's right with Kurgan, and Jackal.
Yeah, wasn't Earthquake.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the... Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was Golga.
Yeah.
Everybody come see the greatest show.
That was so weird. That was such a weird time. But yeah, Jackal, who's... oh, God, I can't even think of his name now. His real name. What's Jackal's real name? I know it, too, because he was managing Kenny Omega for a while there. And I can't think of his name anymore. Look that up for me, dude, because I'm not going to be able to...
do it on my phone because the computer died.
That's fine. No, I can't. I'm not going to be able to... Because I was hearing his name... Don Callis. Don Callis is his name.
Yep, Don Callis.
Don Callis. As soon as I heard his name the other day, and I was like,
don't you hate that?
From Tama Tonga was talking about it. He was like, Don Callis' punk ass with Kenny Omega, and that shit was fake ass Bullet Club. And now he's not even in Bullet Club anymore, but he's doing better. G1, he's in that B block. That's his revenge block because he gets 2 former Bullet Club members. He gets to beat the shit out of him. So it's some revenge time for him. That's good for him. Little New Japan thrown in there. And actually, the one thing I can say is for AEW, just to kind of move away from that scandal because we covered it. Fuck it. Vince McMahon, you need to go. It's time to get the fuck out of there, dude. Move on. We don't need you in the WWE anymore. Just sit back and collect money and get old and die.
Leave it to Hunter.
Leave it to Stephanie and Hunter because Stephanie's doing a great job right now.
I actually like Stephanie as a writer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But
Back in the day when it was like her and Paul Heyman, those are good storylines back then.
Man, dude, I miss those storylines. They could write back then, dude.
Yeah, they also had really good talent back in the
They
day,
did.
like your Eddie Guerreros and everything like that.
God rest them. But
God, can you believe that's been? When did Eddie die? Sorry, folks, that's depressing. Oh, nope, hold on. He died 2004. Or 2004, 2005, because Benoit died a year later,
Yeah.
I think.
yeah,
I'll look that up. Sorry.
I remember watching something, and Benoit was like when was it SmackDown? I think it was
2005.
SmackDown.
2005, Guerrero died.
I think it was SmackDown because Benoit came on the camera and was fucking destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
He was because that was his best friend.
It was out of nowhere. Well, that and he also died like just down the hall
From
the
him.
hotel. Yeah, because Chavo was the one that found him.
Yeah, Chavo called Chris because Chris called. Well, no,
2007 is when Benoit, the murder suicide.
So Chris Benoit was downstairs, called up to Eddie's room,
And he didn't
while
answer.
Chavo, but then Chavo found him and he picked up the phone the next time that
Yeah.
Chris called and he said, "Hey Eddie, dude, let's go. We got to get going." And Chavo goes, "Hey
He's
man,
gone.
he's Eddie, he's dead. You know, he's gone. He's."
Mm-hmm.
And then he said the only thing I heard after that was this just loud, heartbreaking yell through the phone, like this just destroyed. He like you could tell someone was just emotionally destroyed because their brother had died. Like he
Yeah.
felt like he was his family member, and I do think that a part of that had something to do with how Chris Benoit ended up.
Well, yeah, because he never got over it.
No.
But they also attributed that to, this is why I say you won't get as hardcore matches, is because of especially now with the NFL, with concussion protocol and everything like that, you won't get hardcore matches like that because of the brain. When they actually sent his brain off to get analyzed, said the brain was the mental capacity of an 80-year-old man for how many hits to the head and everything he
Yeah.
did. So they attributed that to chair shots and all that stuff. So
Well, it was a bleed from the back of his head from a chair shot, wasn't it? That ended up killing him because he had a brain bleed from a chair shot to the back of the head, if I'm not mistaken.
talking about Benoit or Guerrero?
Guerrero.
Oh, Guerrero.
Yeah, like he had I
thought he died of a heart attack.
thought it was a brain bleed.
Well, let's find out. I mean, Wikipedia is a hell of a thing.
It is a hell of a thing. But while we're talking about that, moving on to a little AEW for a second to kind of get out of that little, just to kind of be weird.
No, acute heart failure.
Okay, good. It wasn't a brain bleed. That's great. That's better than I mean, it's not good at all, but it's better than a brain bleed because that'd be fucked up.
Yeah, what's even more fucked up
Well, I mean,
is
none of it's better, honestly.
what's
but
even more fucked up was the storyline where, they were talking we had a feud with JBL, and JBL was talking about how, he did drugs and everything like that, and then there was a match. It was a 3-man tag match where Guerrero tagged in, and after he did the Three Amigos, he fell to the ground and acted like he had a heart attack and just kind of stared off. It was part of the storyline,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I mean, art imitates life, unfortunately.
But to go to AEW for just a second,
Sorry.
I do like what Christian Cage is doing. Christian Jey Russo, he's one of my favorite wrestlers for a long time. Him and Edge tagged together, and they were fantastic. And then, of course, Christian by himself. I loved the operatic music. Christian, that shit was great.
What was it?
At last, you're on your own.
Yeah.
That shit was so good. And
I
then
also liked
got
him when he had
Close
Tom
Your
go.
Eyes, yeah.
Yeah, Close Your Eyes was good.
That was a good intro for him, but he was in the WWE for a long time, proved that he could do it out in TNA, proved that he could do it anywhere else, and he's one of the best workers out there. He's doing a bad guy angle again, which is perfect because he's the best at a heel.
He's better at a heel than
Oh, yeah.
the face. It's amazing how many. I think it's funny. We could just we need to have a show one time where we just say a wrestler and just be like our opinions of them, and then are they a better face or a better heel?
Yeah,
That's what I
that'd be
would
a good
like
one.
to do.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
But he's one that, I mean, he can do a good face, but he's a better heel. He's a way better heel. But boys and girls, that's it for our show today. We have got a lot to do and little time to do it in. So we've got to move on. But we're going to come at you again. Hopefully next week we will be with you on Wednesday.
Is that a shot at me, Hunter?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
No, it's not a shot at you. You couldn't help it this time because you were out of town. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, hopefully, because we're going to start to, have hopefully a little more Saturday shows. Hopefully Ray will actually be here for some Saturday shows finally, because I'd love for you to be here with some college football. Dude.
I was about to say it'd probably have to be when college. I mean, I make my schedule, so
So you purposefully go Saturday off, college football.
I don't know where we could also do because last year I took Sundays off so I could watch NFL, obviously. So
Right.
I don't know. I could probably swap it up.
Heck yeah, dude.
We could
let's
do
work
like
something out.
we could do like Sunday morning, like before, so we could recap college and then talk about preview
NFL.
for
Yes.
NFL.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
that idea. That's beautiful.
Which means I probably won't follow through with it because I can't even get here on Wednesday nights anymore.
Well, no, dude. The last week was last week you were out of town. The week before was me.
The
week
was
before
me.
the week before we did it. Yeah, it's figured out.
No,
Look,
no. Last week it was me again, but you were like, "Yeah, you know what? No, that actually sounds good because I don't feel that well."
Yeah, no, I was not in a good place.
Yeah.
Sick wise, I felt like shit. I did. But boys and girls, that's it for the show. WTF.sportscast on Instagram. Check us out on YouTube at WTF Media, all one word. You'll see a big canceled AF sign in the little picture. That's the primary podcast for WTF Media. That's the one that's been going on for the longest. But we retooled it, and we're remodeling it, and we're doing other things. Renee's going to start up a true crime podcast.
Oh, nice.
So, and I am very happy about that because I would love to join in on that.
My voice went really high for some reason. Oh, nice.
That's okay.
Fab Freddy said everybody's.
Yes, do it. Take us out, bro.
Fab Freddy said everybody's fly. DJ spinning. I said my. Flash is fast. Flash is cool.
Have a great night, everybody.
Deuces.